patient microdosing program with some repeat and first timers. We will be microdosing Iboga. Microdosing has grown in popularity from entrepreneurs to the business world to the entertainment world as a way of improving one's creative awareness, clarity, and constructivity. Microdosing includes consuming a minute dosage of a psychedelic substance. Traditionally, psilocybin mushrooms have been used for microdosing, so there's very little out there about microdosing Iboga. So in this vlog, I'll be sharing with you the super amazing and super powerful effects of this incredible African sacred plant medicine.
So we took the tablet yesterday in the morning and held it in my hands, set my intention, and throughout the day yesterday I just felt quite happy, and lunchtime came and I grabbed some lunch, had some food. Strangely enough, I felt quite sick after I'd finished eating, and it must have lasted for about, I don't know, 5 minutes long, and then straight after I had this really intense throbbing in my third eye area, and I just tried to sit with it and meditate with it. It was quite intense, it was quite strong, and lasted for about 15 minutes, but as soon as that was over, the sickly feeling completely went away. And what's interesting is usually in a full-blown Iboga ceremony, you would vomit, you would actually feel very, very sick because of the purging you do. So I'm not sure if that's like the similar symptoms due to the Iboga. But yeah, so that happened, and then in the evening I started to feel quite bloated, and it's actually still with me today. It's about 3 p.m. here now, and all morning I've been feeling quite bloated and it's quite visible, and also I didn't really feel hungry today, didn't really want to eat much. Actually contemplated on maybe doing like a 48-hour fast because I wasn't hungry, but I ended up eating because I just wanted to see if that sickly feeling would come again today. But I had some food about an hour ago and I feel completely fine, so that's good. The bloating's still there, and also what's been really interesting is observing my thoughts and feelings about certain things. Iboga is known to treat and cure like addictions, drug addictions, and what's been interesting is just noticing how certain cravings or certain thoughts and feelings that I'd usually have haven't really hasn't really crossed my mind today. Like, for example, after lunch I would usually crave something quite sweet to eat. I'd usually like grab a chocolate bar or something, but absolutely no desire today at all, and quite generally I just feel really calm and quite alert, which has been really great. So yeah, that's the changes and that's what I've felt so far. So it'll be interesting to see how tomorrow goes and the rest of the week goes.
I woke up this morning with a slight heaviness to my head, slight throbbing in my third eye, and just a discomfort between the temples. I was feeling really hyper when I got to the show. I'm not sure if it was because, you know, there were hundreds of people around everywhere, and I'm quite sensitive to energy, so maybe I picked it up, and obviously being on the Iboga, everything amplified. So I was quite hyper, just kind of like here, there, talking quite fast. Usually when you do a full-blown Iboga ceremony, you have specific music to listen to, which works alongside the Iboga. And at the event, there was like all this drumming, and I could literally just feel myself feeling like I needed to move, like I wanted to dance. I just needed to like do some sort of tribal dance or something. By then, physically, I was fine. My head felt better. I had food. I didn't feel sick at lunchtime. But then I continued to snack throughout the whole day when I was there. And then when it hit about 5 o'clock, I started to feel slightly sick again. So I'm not sure how I'm going to get around this. I have to figure it out, because I know that my body's telling me to eat a bit more to ground myself. But at the same time, if I eat too much, I start to feel sick. So I'm going to have to just experiment every day and just see how that goes with the food. Yeah, so after being on such a high all day at the festival, when I finally got home to all this peace and quiet, I went like from here being hyper to all the way down here on a low. So not long ago I had quite a big cry and I needed a release, most probably because it's just been like such a busy and hectic day. But I'm feeling okay now after I've released, so hopefully I'll have a good night's sleep tonight and feel refreshed for the morning. So I had quite a good sleep last night, so I'm smiling. Woke up this morning feeling really refreshed, really just calm and quite centered. What's been a huge change is the temperature of my body. So the last few days I've just been overheated and just feeling really sweaty and just really hot. And this morning when I woke up, I felt like I was back to normal again. And there have been moments during today where I've been outside and just been feeling a bit more on the colder side today. I mean, I've read up and I've done some research about the plants, and you know, it said that when you take the sacred plant medicines, you don't just clear for yourself, but you clear for your family. And I guess maybe those who are connected with you and who are close to you. Also, one more thing I'd like to say is, so this whole acne outbreak that I've been going through for the last 6 weeks, it's really made me quite sad. Had a lot of cries, and I've noticed since I've started the Iboga, something shifted. I'm not obsessively thinking about it all the time now. And I mean, like 2 days ago I was at the festival with the Modern Ancient crew, and you know, I woke up, I kind of freaked out because I had a bit of a flare up and there was just like a whole lot of spots everywhere. And I was thinking, I'm going to go to the festival in an hour and I have to speak to hundreds of people, and they're going to look into my face and they're just going to see a whole lot of spots. So had a bit of a breakdown, got to the event and had a bit of a cry. But then I spoke to Suya, and she, you know, sat me down for 5 minutes and just reminded me that I was beautiful, I am beautiful, and just gave me some really positive words to replace my negative thoughts and feelings with, and you know, some positive affirmations, particularly just saying to myself when I'm speaking to somebody that when they look into my eyes, they see the depth of my soul rather than focusing on the spots. So I spent the whole day doing that, and it really shifted something inside, and it really helped. And since then I noticed, like, I'd come home, I'd take my makeup off, and usually I'd be obsessively popping my blackheads and my spots, but instead I just take off my makeup, put on my cream,
and wake up in the morning and just not really think about it, and just basically just a lot more accepting of where I am, and you know, if they're here, then they're here for a reason, and I should love them. And if you look at my face today, I mean, I have foundation on, but you can see it's really improved. So it's been quite up and down since yesterday. I've had quite a few challenges pop up for me in different areas of my personal life. It's almost like I've been observing myself from a third person perspective, and having like a deeper understanding that this is all just a game, you know, like not taking it too personally like I would usually, and just allowing what is happening to happen, and not trying to control anything, and just surrendering to it, I guess. Yeah, I've just been feeling really calm in situations where I would usually just have a meltdown or like a huge cry over. That hasn't happened in the last couple of days. Also, I think what's helped is because since on the Iboga I've been eating more food, so it's really helped my sleep, and my dreams also. I'm having more dreams about people, people who I feel connected with, and just kind of like having this urge to reach out to help others more, and you know, help to heal others. Yeah, so when you're on the plants, when you're on Iboga, this is what happens. You know, it brings anything that's unhealed from your life, it brings it all to the surface, so you're able to face them. And I feel like in the last couple of days a lot has come up for me, and surprisingly I've been feeling quite calm in the last couple of days. I mean, it's been a huge shift, it's been a huge change, you know, from a few days back of having like being on total high in the mornings, and then in the evenings when, you know, I've been by myself, or just when I've been feeling a bit more calmer, it hits me and I've just had like these emotional outbursts and just huge cries. And yeah, it's shifted from that to now total calmness, which is something I really need right now. So it's just interesting to observe these thoughts and feelings that's going on.